Hey, so this is going to be how Renaissance art pertains to life today, the realism part of it. First of all, we have to understand that there's two main parts of Renaissance. There's the early Renaissance. This had like Donatello with his sculpture of David. It was all right. It just wasn't what the High Renaissance, which is the other part, was. High Renaissance had Leonardo da Vinci, Raphael, Michelangelo. They created the great art pieces like the School of Athens, Mona Lisa, the Michelangelo's David, which was much better than Donatello's David, no offense, and other things like the La Pieta and the Sistine Chapel. These were amazing artworks. Now, my first point is how it influenced art today. First of all, they had great innovations that made the paintings, sculptures what they were in the High Renaissance. They had new innovations like sfumato, which was used in the Mona Lisa to blend lines. I'm sure if you go to any art school trying to learn art, then the first thing they're going to talk to you about is the Mona Lisa. If they're going to use that as the reference, or they'll talk about the David, how the veins on his arms and how detailed he was, because everyone used the Renaissance art as a reference for today because that was the most detailed. Here's a little sketch of the of the techniques they used in the Renaissance. Notice how this is like, I know it's pretty bad, but this is a small little sketch. How that's the vanishing point. The road goes to that one point, and then law of perspective, how this guy's the biggest because he's in the foreground. This guy's a little bit smaller because he's a little farther away. This guy's the smallest because obviously he's in the back. So that was just some of the techniques they used, and that was how they made the great art paintings, art sculptures, but all of it. Now for another topic is how it influenced or it showed their culture and religion. Like La Pieta, it showed Mary crying. Well, not crying, but it portrayed her being very sorrowful, holding Jesus, and that showed that they didn't think of Mary and Jesus and God as like unattainable aspects. They saw them as they were supposed to live up to them, not that they were an impossible standard to live up to, that they were just trying to live up to. So that showed some part of their religious aspects in their paintings and sculptures. Now for cultural humanism, Michelangelo's David, how he was very muscular. This showed how they idealized the strong, confident, tall man, how David was standing upright, and this showed that they valued humanism and dignity, pride, all that. So this was just a small little video on how humanism and realism, or not humanism, realism and Renaissance art pertain to life today. So thank you and have a nice spring break.